Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Hello Master Fan, Aye Doodle Dash 73. Hello I Sadman YouTube. Welcome. So today it will be indeed fifth time when I stream something related to touchHLE development, and we will try to make yet another game compatible with touchHLE, and we will see how it goes. So the game what I choose to work today is called Crusade of Destiny, and it is really an old one, and I think this is one of the first RPG what was available on iOS. In any case, 3D RPG. So, as usual, we will start by showcasing what I have on my temporary branch. This is a bit old one, like from a month ago, but let me run this development build. I'll showcase you the game. Well, I should probably launch it into a portrait, not in portrait, but into the landscape mode. So let me see. I would like also to showcase it with the scale hack tool, and let's say landscape left, right. No, I think it should be landscape left. So I'm just waiting. Yeah, it should be way around. Let me change it quickly. So it should not be left, but landscape right. And I will also like to switch to the release mode. Well, it will take more time to build, but it will run faster. So let me play music back. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. I will try to monitor chat from time to time. Okay, so it did load this time. Let me see. Yeah, I want sound and music. Okay, so this is it. Let me start a new game. So I will just for the moment showcase what I have at my test branch, work in progress, and this is not yet supported on the trunk, but so just to showcase what it's indeed possible to make this game work. Let me call myself test.
Listen, and I shall tell you the tale of hero and magic. Before the birth of the first dragon, Queen Hyra ruled in peace. But the queen's sister, Mordred, began to grow jealous and wanted power for herself. It was Mordred who created the first dragon. And with the rise of Mordred's power, darkness grew.
Hello, Kavan. Sorry if I pronounce your nickname not correctly. In any case, I can skip this intro, and yeah, the game have a really particular style, and in some sense it's remind me of Roblox, and I think you will understand why just in a few seconds. Yeah, so the graphic is a bit, I think for the year of 2009 this is quite impressive, but I think it looked nice even by today's standards. If you need something forged, come see me, just come during the day. I don't work at night, okay? Well, it's very typical for the RPG, which you start like in the fantasy village and you walk around and they give you some kind of quests like kill 10 rats and get 5 golds, something like this. I only train warriors. You are just a farmer, go away. Okay. You are developing on Linux? No, this is macOS. I'm developing on macOS and I'm using the Rust rover as an IDE from JetBrains. Yeah. Okay, well, this is pretty much it. I will not showcase more of the gameplay for the moment, but you can see what menus are working. There is some issue with the scale hack in the preview here, but it's not that problematic. So you have some items, you have some quests, skills, status, options, usual stuff. Anyway, hello, Billy Darky. It was just a showcase of the game. Currently this is working on my temporary branch and I would like to make it compatible with touchHLE on the trunk. So I think this will be a goal for today's stream. I don't know if I will be able to finish it today, but we will see. So, and by the way, the version of the game what I have is 1.4.3. I also tried with 1.0, but it requires to implement something what I don't want to implement for the moment. And anyway, so we can briefly check what I have in this temporary commit. So there is some stuff about printf what need to be implemented. Some math functions, some string manipulations. There is something about OpenGL what I'm not quite sure yet if it will be okay or not to fix, like this way. with this class, what I think is already implemented actually on the trunk, so maybe I don't need it. Something about OpenAL. Yeah, actually, let me check. I think we already have this function on the trunk. So if I go to GitHub of touchHLE and if I search for this function, no, we have a to-do, so this is probably something that I need to address. But I guess we already implemented the one about CL location manager. So let's check it as well. So if I search here, yeah, we do have it. So the first, yeah, okay, so I don't think I need to implement this part, that it's already done. But in any case, let's rebase first of all on trunk. So let's do a rebase. We have some merge conflicts. Yeah, so I think this one I can just discard. Have you released the version that runs Devil May Cry? No, because Devil May Cry, first of all, it's iOS 4 game, and we currently are not supporting yet iOS 4 games. This is quite a challenging project by itself, and moreover there's some game-breaking bugs in the version of touchHLE which kinda runs Devil May Cry, so I could not really release it in the current state. Yes, so let me see. So this one I can just discard, I guess. Yeah. So git status. I can just rebase. I can just continue rebasing. So now this branch should be atop of the trunk, and just to double check, I will run again. Mick Play VM, hello! Welcome to the stream. So today I'm trying to make Crusade of Destiny compatible with touchHLE. And right now I'm rebasing my old branch atop of the trunk. Yeah, let me see if I make... So thanks for the comment about the music. I did decrease it in OBS, so please let me know. So hello Epi Eraza 007. I'm trying to pronounce everyone, every nickname of the people joining, so let me know if I am not pronouncing those correctly. Anyway, so back to my temporary branch. So I rebased it just to have it here, but let me switch to the trunk, and I also would like to pull any recent changes from the grid if we have some. Yeah, so everything is up to date. Now I'm on trunk, and let me also switch to dev. And if I try to run this game, it will crash. So it is crashing on this thing, and this one is a bit well, first of all, let me increase a little bit appearance on the screen so you can see it better. Let me know if it's good enough or I need to make the font even bigger. Anyway, this is crashing on the printf, and in such cases, first thing what I want to do is to enable additional logging about printf, and I can do it by specifying the string in the enable modules array of the log.rs. So I usually just say something like create libc stdio printf, and so this should be a string, and also it should start from touchHLE and not from create. Now if I rerun the application, so it will crash again, but it will provide some more additional information. So if I scroll here, I see what actually it is crashing, trying to run vf printf on the string, which contains %$2d, and right now we do not support $sign when trying to substitute for the integers in the string. So let's go to the documentation of vf printf, and I usually go to the site called cpp reference, and this site is quite good one in my opinion, even if they don't have a dark theme. But the explanation of the different C functions is very good here. So let me see once again. If I go here, it's vf printf, and here if I search, it will be, yeah, so if it's either that one or that one, yeah, I'm not even sure. So the difference is between like before or until C99 standard and since C99, and the difference is very strict on the string. It is not really something what applies to touchHLE. We are very lax about this. So in our definition is just stream as a mutable pointer to a file. Okay, in any case, I want to understand how we should handle the pound sign properly. So, pound sign, alternative form of a conversion is performed. See the table below. For exact effects, otherwise the behavior is undefined. Yeah, okay. So in our case, the string is %$2D. So I think this is the first part where we crash. And so D here stands for a signed integer. And we don't have anything about an alternative form, as far as I understand. Alternative. So we do have something about alternative for unsigned integer in the octal representation, hexadecimal one, floating point, floating point, floating point, but nothing about the signed integer. So I do think it's kind of okay to just ignore the pound sign in this case. And let's also check what we have at the level of tests. So we do have some test file written in pure C, what we compile for the IRM v6, I guess, maybe 7. And we try to run those tests in touchHLE. And we check the behavior of those functions. And so let me see, do we have something already about %D? Yeah, we do have. So we do already have the tests here. And so what I'm thinking about is just saying something like test %D this alternative form, and this pound sign can be used after the introductory format char. So pound sign, so let's add it here, here, yeah, here, and here, and here, and here, and here. Yeah, I think I want to simplify a little bit those tests. So for the moment, I just want to handle this particular case. So let me see if I can do it like this, and it should be just like. So in this case, it should be just 0.5, right? Right. So let me run those tests against macOS itself. So I do have some kind of tests. Test. Yeah, so I think this is a correct command. And as you could see, the test here is testing vsn printf. This is not a same function as vfprintf. You should try Fantasy Warrior Good and Evil. Well, I don't know anything about this game, and as usual with hundreds if not thousands games which are not working with touchHLE. So first of all, check what is the minimum version what this game have. Like if it's not iOS 2 or iOS 3, it will not work with touchHLE as of now. Okay, so the point what I was trying to make is the test here is about vsn printf, and this is not exactly the function of vfprintf, but we have a shared implementation between all of the printf functions, and so implementation for the one of them will be like the fix applied to one. Implementation will be shared across all of the functions what we are currently supporting. So if it will be fixed for vsn printf, it will also be fixed for vfprintf. And if right now we run our test, so I have this thing called test integration, but you can run it from the command line by saying cargo tests, something like this. Yeah, cargo test. And here it's crashing. It's crashing exactly with the same thing about this alternative form. So let's go back to the printf implementation. And by the way, our shared implementation is called printf_inner. So I already have some kind of implementation into the Crusade of Destiny temporary branch, and it's a bit wacky one, but I think it's okay. So let's say alternative form handling to do other specifiers. Yeah, so for the moment we just assert what the like this will handle only this particular case. When we have a alternative form, then dot, then yeah, so now I'm not even sure. So what we are checking here, yeah. So it will handle only the case of single digit integer signed integers which have a form of pound sign, dot, then some digit, then well, the specifier about the integers. Yeah, so let's see if it actually fixes our test. It does. So I want to run the formatter. We use the Clang formatter on the source of the tests, and it should prettify, yeah, it's prettify a little bit the formatting of this part of the code. And I would like to also say something like skip arbitrary wow, it's not really arbitrary. Like I want to write a comment because, for example, if you have something like %.pound.100d, this case is not handled because this assertion will crash because the formatting of the formatting here will not be correct one. So I want to say what this will need to be handled in the future, and I will say something like other cases. So we do need to handle the alternative form for our specifiers and other cases, but for the moment I think it's okay. So let me run tests again to be sure, and I want to remove this now. Okay, so I think tests are passing, and if we rerun the game, where it is, yeah, Crusade. So if I rerun the game, it will still crash, but now on the different part. So as you could see, it's not crashing anymore at this pound sign alternative forms. It's now crashing on the code of glass on GL2. So basically it means what the application is progressing, but now we need to fix this part. And let me first commit the previous work about printf. So I will say something like handle trivial case of alternative form for %d in printf family. Handle trivial case of an alternative form for %d in printf family. And I have a simple test, and I have the handling. So I can commit it, and we can move to this function. So get integer v, like right now we have a parameters, and those parameters are typed. In the sense that when application initialize the OpenGL code, it tries to query different parameters. Like for example here it calls the get integer v, and for example application wants to know what is the active texture what is currently enabled, what is currently used on OpenGL side. And in this case the application will call get integer v, specifying the parameter name and providing some memory in order to get the results of this call. In our implementation we check which so let me actually bring it side by side. Yeah, so in our implementation we do check what is the type and count. And I guess count here is not really used in this function. But we assert the type. So for example, like when using the getIntegerV function, you can ask about getting the float parameter which will be converted to integer, or you can ask about the boolean parameter which will be converted to the integer. And right now we do not really do this conversation. We just assert what if you request the integer parameter, you will receive the integer parameter. Right. So here let me first of all log what the application want to retrieve by saying something like getIntegerV, and here I will say 2 points $x and type. No, first of all I want to log also pname, which should be the same. So I want to log it into the form of the hexadecimal integer prefixed by 0x, just for readability. And if we run the application, okay. Param type. Yeah, I want to add the debug here. So it was not possible to print the type as integer because this is some kind of struct. And let's see. So as I am logging here the different calls, so for example, when you call the pname with this parameter, so let me actually check what it is all about. So if I search here, this is max texture unit. So application want to know how many texture units the implementation of OpenGL supports on the running machine. And in our case, let me see, we hardcode what max texture unit is the parameter of type int with a count of 1. And then application calls getIntegerV with max texture unit. We check the type. The type is integer. This insertion passes, and we just call the host implementation of the getIntegerV. But in the case of this parameter, so let me see what is this parameter is about. Point size max. The point size max is actually float. And float is not an integer. So how we can do this conversion? Let me check. So first of all, I want to check OpenGL 1.1 specs. Well, maybe not specs, but reference. Yeah, reference should be okay. And I want to check the get. So get integer v. Well, there is nothing about this function. Okay. So let's try to search on the internet, OpenGL, glass, get integer v. So let's see the Apple documentation, and this is like the most beautiful documentation what I ever seen in my life. Like it's called what this is a function, it has a signature but nothing else, like this is deprecated, and that's it. Okay, so what we can do, let's check OpenGL ES3 if it has more information. So it has, and the type conversion is performed if param has a different type than a state variable value being requested. If GL get integer v is called, boolean values are returned as GL true or GL false. Most floating point values are rounded to the nearest integer value. Most. I like when they say most. Like they do not say which one exactly, but they say most. Okay, let me check again. So this one, this parameter is point size max, and if we check, we don't have anything. Which is quite strange, because probably point size max is an extension. So my kinda first idea is to just say, okay, if it's float, just pass it through. Or we can do it like in a little bit more restrictive way, saying something like if type float. So if type float, so let's call it something like let allowed float, and it will be something like type is float and p name is so GL 2.1 point size max, right? Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a good scalable solution, but it's a bit more restrictive than just allowing any float to be passed here. Please GL get on. Yes, we do have GL get in OpenGL 1.1, but I just could not find it into the reference. So I don't think there is a documentation about this point, at least not in the reference page of OpenGL. There is like, yeah, I'm aware what the function, this function exists. I just could not find the documentation on the reference page. So what we have here? Okay, well, it seems it's kind of passing through. So I wonder if it will be okay. So let me actually get back to this in a moment. And for the time being, let's just use allowed float. Now, so this function is what I'm kind of fearing the most. IL get string, because this one will be quite tricky to implement. I will start the implementation today, but I'm not sure if I will be able to finish it actually. So, first of all, let me try to log what kind of parameter it is trying to fetch. So let's do our login here and say IL get string pname, and let's just try to log it with this in the form of the hexadecimal value. So let me run again. So it's B001. Okay, let me check which one we do already have. So those are ILC stuff, but we do also have AL stuff. Yeah, and so here I think I should open also OpenAL um, 1.1 docs. Yeah, specification and reference, and I will just search for this value. Nothing. Okay, well, let me search for IL get string. So string queries. What do we have here? We do have here AL version, AL renderer, AL vendor, and AL extensions. Okay, so there is not that many of those actually. So version string, information, the name of the vendor, the list of available extensions. I guess the extension one will be a most problematic one, and I will need to use the real iOS device in order to get those. Because, well, I could also try to use the virtual machine with the iPhone simulator, but I doubt that the audio is working correctly in the emulator. So, in any case, I will need to run the UTM with the OS X, but I think I will try to scrap those values from the actual device, and we will see in the moment how I can do so. So actually, let me leverage maybe ChatGPT in order to write some test programs to output those values. And by the way, I think we could actually check. So if we go, for example, for IL version into the module, yeah, we can see what actually it's asking for the vendor. So yeah, I think first of all we will need to redefine those values here as well. So I'm not sure where. Yeah, let's see just after. Let's do it here, just after the IL null error. So I want to define IL vendor, IL version, IL renderer, and IL extension. And it should be, well, it should have the same hexadecimal values. Okay, so while our let me see. So I think this is that one tests. This is a test program that I use into the iPhone simulator, and I just write some tests in order to test the behavior of different functions. So here I'm running it in the iPhone 4.3 simulator, but it's not really matter that much. Does anybody have OST of Crusade of Destiny? I don't have an OST, and right now the music that is playing is called 12 hours of copyright-free music, so this is not an OST of Crusade of Destiny. Yeah, so let me so right now I want to write the test program in order to test some of the parameters what is passed to AL getString function. So in order to do that, I would use let me check. So yeah, let me check here. I already have some kind of a test bench in order to write some testing stuff. And here, let's say I want to output those values onto the real device. So let me see. I think this is like an acceptable use of ChatGPT. because I'm writing the test program, and ChatGPT and other LLMs are pretty good in generating some text, some code, and in this case it will be really easy to verify the output of the ChatGPT. In any case, I do not plan to commit it anywhere, but just to use it as the test function, well, for my own tests. So what I want to write, to ask ChatGPT, is to write a test function to test the behavior of IL get string function of OpenAL 1.1 of OpenAL 1.1. So let me double check that we are indeed, yeah, OpenAL 1.1. So what is this? Yeah, so the OpenAL framework in iPhone OS 2.1 is implements the OpenAL 1.1. So this is just a confirmation. Right. Well, maybe I should precise a little bit more. Below are a list of parameters to output. Right. So let's see what ChatGPT can answer to this simple question. Yeah, don't hesitate to ask questions. I will try to answer them as far as I read the chat. Okay, so it produces something. I'm not sure how good this, but let's see. So let me go to my yeah. So here, test IL. Yeah, assertions. I don't really like the assertions because they are not implemented in touchHLE, or maybe they do implement it. We do implement them, but in any case, yeah, I kind of feel like assertions are not really the correct way of doing those, and we need to declare this function somewhere here for the prototype. So let's switch back to our Xcode, and it says what undeclared identifier ILC device. And this is probably because I don't have a framework of OpenAL in the list of the frameworks of my test application. So let's add it. I will go here and I say something like link binary with new library, and I type OpenAL. Right. And if I go back and I try to build, it will probably still fail. because I also need to, what I need to do, yes, I need to include those headers at the top of my test application. Yeah, so probably it's OpenAL. OpenAL. Yeah. So let's try to run it on the simulator. Okay, so it says IL version 1.1, IL renderer software, IL vendor Apple Inc., extensions, ILT extensions, ILT linear distance, exponent distance, static buffer. So this is one kind of data point, but I will still not really trust what simulator outputs. So let's add it as the reference and say something like iPhone simulator. But I also want to check my iPhone 3GS, what does it output? And in order to do so, it's a little bit more troublesome to do, but we can try it. So first of all, I will switch back to the iOS device and I will build it. Now, let me see if it shows into the Finder, and I will say what I want to replace what I have into the pilot. I will delete this one and I will zip it. So now the trick is, no, I don't want pilot 2. The trick is to rename .zip to .ipa. And now we have an IPA what I can try to install on my device. So let me see if I, first of all, if I could connect the device to this virtual machine. And where I use iFunbox, this is a really old application to install IPAs on the devices. And for the moment it does not really work. So let me try to reconnect and connect again. So yes, hello. And we do now have application. Now I would like to try to install my build. So as far as I remember, it's in the tests, derived data, build, products, iPhone OS, payload. Doom Resurrection touchHLE update. There is no update about Doom Resurrection. Okay, so I did install the test application, and now if I switch back to the Xcode, another trick is to have an access to the console, because I can go to the organizer and I can select the console, and basically it will output the log messages of my test program. But actually it maybe will not work, so I will try just to see. So I do see my test application running, but it does not output the printf. So the problem is what we should not use the printf, and we should rather use the nslog if we want to output something to the console. So here I should not say printf, I should say nslog, and this way it should work. So let me see if it compiles for the simulator. Program received signal bad access. Yes, because I made a mistake. So let me go back once again to the code. When you use nslog, you are operating on the ns strings and not the c strings. So here I need to put a @ sign or arrow bus. Please test Vampiro Origins Reloaded HD. Well, first of all, if it's HD, it probably means what this is for iPad, and touchHLE does not support iPad applications yet. And because this is for iPad, it means what it probably iOS 3.2 something plus. Well, the short answer what this game will not work as of the current version of touchHLE. Anyway, so I replaced printf with nslog, and now it should work on the real device. So let me rebuild, let me go once again to the Finder and do a new. So I move this to trash, I copy paste this, I paste it here, I do a replace. Now I can compress the payload and I can rename. Well, honestly, I should write a script to automate wall stuff, but in any case, I need to install it on the real device. And on my iPhone 3GS, the home button is not very functional. So it's taking a little bit of time to kill the previous version of the application. But now I can try to install it once again. So I should probably let's try to install it. So public tests, derived data, tests, build, products, iPhone OS, payload, open. Installation completed. Okay, so let me try it once again. I go to the organizer and to the console of my iPhone 3GS, and now if I launch my test application, yeah, now I do have something. And it seems, to my surprise, what it's exactly same. Like IL version 1.1, IL rendering software, IL vendor Apple Inc., IL extensions, so extension offset, extension linear distance, extension exponent distance, and extension static buffer. So I think this is pretty consistent between real device and iPhone simulator, and I think we can just use those values. But there is one caveat. Maybe it's okay. In any case, let me go back to IL get string. So it will be still cumbersome to properly implement that because we need to remember and cache those strings. Okay, so I'm streaming for 1 hour and 20 minutes, and let me have a small break and I will be back soon. Okay, hello again, I'm back. And we are continuing to trying to implement IL get string. So, luckily for us, we already have something similar in the implementation of OpenGL. I think it's called GL get string. Yeah. And as you can see here, we do have something called strings cache. And actually, I want to do exactly the same, but for OpenAL. So AL get string. So let me check framework state OpenGL. We already have state for the OpenAL. So we do exactly the same. We say strings cache. We don't need to define the collections because the hash map is already imported here. So let me just try to build it this way and it will fail. Probably. No. Okay. So let's see. Usages. Okay, IL get string. So the cache should be different. So first of all, we do OpenAL, and it should not be GL enum, it should be IL enum. Right. And we use param, and then we have two cases. Yeah, so we can output it here like this, param, I'll get string, result, and we can even say something like env, mem, cstring utf at res. So something like this. Sorry. So now we want to match onto the param, and how we want to match. So let's say unimplemented by default. Unimplemented by default, but otherwise we want to have, like, as far as I remember, if we run the game, it will crash, and the first one is was the first one. Yes, let me output it here. So let's say just I'll get string param, and we output our param, and I want to output it as hexadecimal string, and let me rerun again. So B001 and B001 is IL vendor, right? Right, so if it's IL vendor, then it should be some kind of string, and the string is apple enc, and let's say s. So yeah, same way as here, and then we can have mem alloc environment mem alloc, and we can say the same thing like so. Let new str be this allocation, and then we want to put this allocation in the string cache of OpenAL using the param as a key, right? IL vendor is never used. Strange. This warning is strange. What do you mean it's never used? We are like matching on this one. Okay, let me see. Does it compile? Kinda not sure why we do have this not used warning. Unreachable match. So I am a bit confused why I have those warnings here. Like param is IL enum, and we do match on the param. So yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so it was just an import issue. Now, if we run the game again, it should not crash on the IL vendor, but on the next value of the parameter. And it now requests B003. So I guess we can close both. We can open both, this one on the right, and you can see. So this one is IL renderer, and renderer is software one. I think I want to import all of them here, because it's kinda strange, those warnings. So I'll renderer. Render, version, renderer, and extensions. So wait. I'll X offset. So distance is not prefixed with IL. This is a bit strange. Compatible extensions. So I'm no, okay, this is just, okay, I think this is, yeah, extension linear distance, wait, yeah, so let me do it this way. I will just copy and paste it here. Yeah, and now I can paste it from that, and now it's making more sense. Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Now it's making more sense. All of those extensions are indeed the part of except for the static buffer. So maybe this one is like only used by the Apple. So a specific extension used only by Apple. Maybe we can see something about this inside the documents. So if I open once again the technical note about OpenAL, so, and we search for extensions. Yeah, OpenAL static buffer extension. It seems like the custom one. Not quite sure what to do about that one. So I think we should be consistent with the iPhone simulator of a real device. Yeah. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to put this function at the top, because we have a section of the OpenAL function what are implemented for good, and we have a lot of them as a to-do, And as far as I remember, those to-dos were generated specifically for the case of Wolfenstein 3D. When I made this game compatible with touchHLE, for some reason the code of Wolfenstein on load query all of the possible OpenAL functions without actually using them. So what we did, we provide the definition, but the actual implementation is full of to-dos. In any case, we have those to-dos and we have a real implementation. So where should I put IL get string? Yeah, so let's put it here. And when we run linter, and we try to run the application again. And now it should output. Yeah, so as you can see, it does output the driver information, like this stuff. Get string. Yeah, so probably it's probably better to rework the ILC get string as well. So right now it's not really a best implementation what we have. I think for IL get string I did a good job, but for ILC it's probably need to be redone. In any case, let me see. Yeah, we already have a to-do, so I will not add a new one. Okay. And I want to say something about those strings, the same way as we have for the GL get string. So let me see. GL get string. And what we are saying here, yeah, those values was extracted from iPhone 3GS iOS 401. Right. And same values were seen on the iPhone simulator. Let's double check that again. If I switch to the iPhone simulator and I run it, it should be an Apple product. I run it. Anyway, so we do have ILX offset, ILX linear distance, exponent distance, static buffer. Yeah. It should be good. It should be good. So let me run linter again, just to be sure. And And I also think we can switch our unimplemented to unreachable. Okay. And here I will say something like, oh, also let me run, yeah, anyway. So OpenAL, so we have implementation of IL get string. It is now not to do but a real implementation, and I want to say something like implement IL get string with strings cache. Implement IL get strings with strings cache. Right. Okay. So let me see what was the next issue. Precision is known. Okay. This is once again a issue with printf. That means what we want to do is to enable additional login. So libc stdio printf. I want to convert this to a string with touchHLE. And this should give us more information about which parsing or which printf function is failing and on which input. Yeah. So this again vs printf, and the function is %.8x %.8x1. Okay, well, let me copy paste this string to our tests. So let's go to the tests and let me see. I want to have a new test here. Test precision for the %x, and let me copy paste that, and I want to say something like, so let me open CPP reference once again and go to the assigned integer, and precision specify the minimum number of digits to appear. So here I will say so something like 10, and the default precision is 1. And let's say something like unsigned integer in hexadecimal representation. So let me say something like I don't know. Let's say something like this. And so it should give us, as far as I understand this notation, it will give so 10 is A, and I don't remember. Let me actually open the calculator up. So it should be like this. So how many? 6. And f should be small. So I don't like that one, so I will remove it. Yeah. So as far as I understand, this should be an output, and we should be able to check it on the so if I add any kind of space, yeah, it will fail. It pass only 35 tests and it is failing on VS and printf. So it seems what this test is correct. And let me also run it with the clang format. And then I would like to run this test against touchHLE. So we should have the same crash. And we did. Precision is known. And I do already have some kind of code which implements that part. So yeah, indeed, I removed that one. And I say like if path is more than 0, precision is known, so this is still like to do. But if not, we have this function. So as far as I remember, we do limit the formatting of the value by using the precision. Well, not limiting, but extending. And let me see if it does pass the tests or not. Yeah, it does. And let's actually use ChatGPT, not touchHLE, to actually help us with understanding what this code is indeed a correct one. So if I go to the ChatGPT and I open a new one, I could say something like below is code in Rust which implements part of printf functionality. Explain it. So let's see if ChatGPT can actually explain to me the code what I wrote like a few weeks ago. Well, the Rust snippet is formatting an unsigned integer in hexadecimal, but it adjusts the formatting based on optional precision value. Let's break it down. Well, this phrase, if I ever see it any more time in the documentation of the real world. I think this is a kind of red flag what it was written by ChatGPT. In any case, so checking the precision is an option that represents a precision value. The method checks is value there and if it's greater than 0. Formatting this precision. 0 parts will output with zeros. So this part we need to actually check. Specify the minimum number of characters with default precision is 0. If both the converted value and precision are 0, the conversion results in normal chart. The alternative implementation of digits to appear. A minimum number of digits to appear. So precision of the conversation. The precision specified by the additional argument which appears before but after the argument supplied minimum field. If a value of argument is negative, it is ignored. Yeah. So we do implement, so if precision is 0, well actually I think we are not really treating the case of both value and precision as 0. So we need to add an assertion here, I guess. So we need to check what precision so if precision is some 0 and int is not equal to 0. So if both a converted value and precision are 0, the conversion results in null characters. But if, so what about the precision itself equal to 0? Interesting. We do have a case of what? So we do have a case of printing for 0x. So I kinda not getting this one. Like, let me see. Precision int. Oh man, the printf functions is really the nest of corner cases what need to be handled. Well, if let so if let some precision, here we must assert what so something like this. Yeah. This one is a bit cumbersome, but at least we have an assertion. Yeah. So let me run linter again, and I think we could commit this one. Okay, let me run tests again, and let me rerun the game after seeing what tests are passing. Tests are passing, so I can run Crusade. And by Crusade I mean the game. Okay, so we do have this here. Yesterday. Oh man, this fucking function. In any case, so let me see. Implement precision for .x in printf family. Implement precision for some cases of .x in printf family. Right. Okay, let me add something else to the test. I also want to test how it clumps the values. So if I do this one again, it should be. So let me also add some delimiters. So it should be like this, right? So let me run tests. And no, it is not passing anymore. Okay, so maybe I don't really understand how this is supposed to work. So let me add a printf for this str. And also let me add the new line. Okay, so this is a minimum amount of characters, right? Yeah, so this is a minimum amount. Yeah, it's now passing. Let me see for the integration test. Okay, nice. So let me run test formatter, linter. Okay, now for our next crash into the game itself. Oops. So this function is really a hell to get it correctly. And I do have some kind of trick which I hope should fix that function. Let me see. I don't remember where I have this function. Let me see. Is this? No. Yes, whipfix str2 unsigned long. Yeah, so let me cherry pick that one. And yeah, so let me get rid of all of those. So does it work? So let's me check at least what it does work in this game, and then we could see if we need to improve the tests, because I'm really not sure about this one. Yeah. So at least we have a loading screen if we implement this function at top of all of our functions. Okay. So at least we can go to the game, and if I select some loading of the game, so now we do have crash inside loading of the game. So str too long. I think I do also have some tests already implemented for this. Yeah. So let me ask ChatGPT for the help with the testing of this function. Below is an example of test for str to unsigned long function. Add more tests in the similar way. So let's see if ChatGPT can generate some test cases for us. Chat, do you have any questions so far? Or you completely lost? Fuck. So I should precise what I want the tests in the same function return monotonically decreasing value on each fail and return if all tests are passing, return 0. So let's see take 2 if it works better. Takes a lot of thinking for this case. Usually ChatGPT outputs something right away, but here it's thinking like, I don't know, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay, well, at least I can copy paste those tests. Okay, so test -2, test -3, test -4, test -5, test -6, -7, -8, -9, and -10. Okay, so let me see. So first of all, let's run a formatter. And second, we need to fix it because here it should be just text, because we are reusing the same variable. It's maybe not the best coding style, but it's okay for our purposes. So let's actually run it on the macOS itself, and it seems it works. And now let's run it inside touchHLE. And it does not work, which is not a great sign. So I'm not even sure which test case is failing. ABC. And here it will be like so. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's not passing. What? Okay, so it should return 0 because it's tried to parse this string in the base 10, and it should fail, but actually it's not failing. So I'm kind of not sure what is going on here. So my idea was to modify str to long to use E64, and this way we can cover both the case of I32 and U32, and then we can just convert back. But apparently this is not working like at all. So let me rerun it again. And let me see what it outputs. Okay, so here the result is -1, but why it's -1? Why it is -1? Yeah. Ooh. Oh, it will be difficult to fix. So it was working before because we always assume the case of I32, but now I try to switch to I64 and it does not work. It does not work because we actually need to clump So this expression doesn't make any sense because it can go well, actually, maybe I could try to parameterize this function and to do something more. Something a little bit more smart. So how it is defined here? Actually, my wish is to make this function parameterized something like t here, and let's say what we want to return the result as t, and here we say t from str_radix, and it say what it's not in the scope. Yeah, not quite sure how to implement it into a good way. Let me check. So let's do it in the simple way. Let's stash those changes. Then let's go back and revert this last comment. So I could say reset to this commit, this hard, discarding non-working copy changes. Then we can reapply. And now let's run it again and let's see what we have. Yeah, so base without prefix. So if base 16, so I really don't like this code, but I also don't want to rewrite full implementation of this. So let me just try to simplify but stay as correct as possible. So here I would assert the case of base 10. Here I will pass the base. As U32. and let me see if it works better. So actually base so let me cheat a little bit here and remove rows and only support base 10 and base 16. Does it work? At least for those cases. It doesn't, because it does not pass and it fails on the -6 on this case. And by the way, does it work here? Yes, it works. It works for the case of str2 unsigned long. Yes, it does. Okay, so let's go with our old friend printf, and we will print result of this function, which will be LU. So yes, it outputs that, but if we run it with our integration testing, what does it output? Well, it also outputs that. But I guess the problem, yeah, I'm not sure what is the problem here. What is the problem? It's very strange as a fail. Like, the value is correct, right? But it still fails. So let's try to output pointers. Well, here it does not fail, but in our case it fails, and it prints what it prints. Oh wait, I'm not checking the correct tests. The second one is passing. But this one is not passing. Right. Yeah, this one is not passing. And it outputs 1, 2, 3. And here it outputs. It's output some gibberish. Yeah, so the problem is how from strradix is working. It's not working very well. How does it work actually? Yeah, because it generates error. Can we like have a span or something? Trim. So the idea will be to only get the part of the string which relates to the base 10. So I'm not sure what is the name of the function. Trim matches. So trim and matches. Trim and matches. And I want here to trim everything. What? Why it's not working? Well, do we have something about the ASCII here? Why I don't have this method? It's very annoying. Does it work this way? So char is numeric is so I'm not quite getting like why it's not working. Numeric. Does it work this way? Okay, so I want to trim everything from the end which is not ASCII digit. So do we use it, this function somewhere? Sometimes I just hate Rust. Like, I want really simple condition here. I want to trim everything from the end which is not ASCII digit. Like, why? Why are you so stubborn about this? Okay, does it work? No, it doesn't. And it fails now. Still here. It is still fails here. Because we should use without prefix. Okay, and now it fails at the first test. It is really annoying. I already have a feeling that the stream will go to the 4-hour mark. Yeah, well, you know, this is my experience so far making touchHLE games compatible with touchHLE. Like you feel like it will take you a few hours to make a game compatible, and it could take days or month. Like here, I am sure what this game, Crusade of Destiny, it is possible to make it work. But like the devil is in the details. We already have this to do for a long time. And I want to make it quick and not so dirty. Like the quick and dirty, this is already implementation of str to unsigned long, and proper implementation, well, I spent a lot of time fixing and writing this function. Like when I made the Prince of Persia warrior within compatible, one of the pain points was to make this function, and I really don't want to redo the same thing for the str to unsigned long. So the problem here, what I don't know up front, what is the length. Let me try this way. So this will be like s dot length, but here it will be like let trimmed. So here it will be trimmed. So we will use trimmed, and we will use trimmed dot length. We need to count prefix in the length, and here I will use length. Don't like how this code is becoming to be complex, but let's see if it works. Okay, so at least we have a progress, -7. Let me see, -7. So here we have a parsing error right away. I think I have a similar case here, like I don't remember where, but yeah, this is also like filled with the special cases. So we try to parse if trimmed yeah, so I really should call it trimmed at this point. So I want to lock this because I really don't getting why it's doing that. And trimmed. Let me see. Yeah, so string is the empty case is not handled correctly. Yeah, so I need to have another condition. If trimmed is empty, if it's empty, we return with 0. If not, we try to parse. And this is I simply don't have a better idea like how to fix this kind of issues. Okay, -10. I think we are getting somewhere. So -10, and we need to so not even sure what is invalid digit. Yes, so we need to trim empty part, like so we need to trim white spaces. Yeah. And here this is not a trimmed anymore. Yeah, and also we need to add this. Man, this function is really a nightmare to implement. I really don't like this, but I need to count empty spaces. Like, to be honest, I need to do it this way. Like, this is really annoying. So I need to trim does it work this way? Okay, let me see if it works this way. Okay. Let me see if it actually works for the game. And if it's not working for this particular game, I think I will stop here, because this is becoming too complicated for what I want to do. Okay. So this function really need to be reworked. Like right now this is some kind of... Okay, at least we can go to the menu. What are your favorite iOS game and which one are you anticipating in getting to work on touchHLE? So, I already did few of my favorite iOS games compatible with touchHLE, like Prince of Persia, Warrior Within. It was really a great game, and I'm really happy what it was. I made it working with touchHLE. And another game is Baiko 2. It was a port from for PDA, I guess, from how it's called, from PDA is from Palm platform or something, and I really looking forward to supporting this game. I already did like work in progress, but it's really complicated to make it work with touchHLE, because it requires the implementation of UIKit, and this is not an easy endeavor. Like, this game seems to use only for one use case of parsing 0. Like all of the work of past hour or so just to parse the case of 0. Anyway. So I think I will finish for now. I will commit what I have. It will provide a partial support for this game, not a full support. And this function, well, it's need to be fixed. Let me see for the test. So I can say something like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we can run it like this test framework, and we can run it again in touchHLE. Okay, I need to remove some printfs that I forgot to remove. Let me run it again. Yeah, so I will be wrapping up this stream. Unfortunately, once again, I was not able to make this game fully compatible into the time frame of the stream, but this is like we are going to mark of 3 hours, and I'm a bit tired at that moment, but still I think I could commit what I have. So let me see what I have right now. So what I want to say for the commit message: improve handling of base 10 in str to unsigned long. This is not like a full implementation, and I'm sure that there's still bugs or unhandled cases, but at least for the simple one it should be okay, and we have a tests. So if anyone wants to oh, this is strange. Oh, does it really work? This test is strange. Let me see. So I think I'm finishing with this commit, and I will wrap up the stream. Okay, yeah, so I feel like this is working as expected, because unsigned long in the on 32-bit system is like equal to this, but on 64-bit system is equal to this number, but on the 32-bit it's this one, and we are making the comparison with -1. So yeah, this is this relates to this part of the code. Okay, let me commit this one. Let me see. So I will push. Okay. Oh, I have unstaged changes. Let's stash them. Let's pull and rebase, and let's push it. Okay. So let me check if I push pause. So we have some here, and yeah, we have false commits. Yeah, it should be okay. So I think let me wrap up and explain a little bit the current state for this game and what left to be do. Like right now, if I run it on my macOS machine, it will crash even with my changes, because I have not commit the part about the OpenGL part of get integer v. I didn't commit this part because I was not yet confident. So maybe I should. Let me check. So right now it's crashing. Yeah. Let me check again this part. Maybe I should commit it. So let's apply this one. And let's see here. Type conversion. So actually I think I will commit this one. Just a little treat. So let's commit and let's say something like allow querying for point size in GL get integer. Yeah. So let me see, linter is passing. I can commit that. I can push that. And it means what right now the Crusade of Destiny will go into the menu on the trunk builds on both desktop and mobile phones. So let me just showcase it one more time. So we can go to the menu. The game itself will not load yet, and I think I will work on that part off stream today or maybe later next week. But yeah. So I think thanks for coming today. It was a long stream, and we did something like we got the game to the menu, but unfortunately this is not enough. But yeah. So if I start the game. It will show, it will crash. So there is still work to do, but thank you everyone who joined today. You can try the build for yourself in 15 or maybe 10 minutes on the preview builds of touchHLE. But the game still will not be fully supported, only the menu. So let's say we improved the game from 1 star to 2 stars. So thank you for coming and see you next time.